this is basically focaccia, but it's focaccia without any of the tradition or the time or the stress. I'm going to call it pokey bread because you poke lots of things into it, including your fingers. The first tip is pretty much any yeast, even if it seems to have died, can be resurrected with a little bit of sunlight, but also just sort of feeding it. So I've found, particularly at the beginning of lockdown, that some of the yeast I bought just wasn't working at all, and I found that out the hard way by making the bread and going, oh look, we've got another doorstop for tea. So basically what I do now is 15 minutes before I'm planning to make bread, I keep on looking down here because it's here. I put warm water in a mug. My other tip for that is basically last time you boil the kettle, have some water in it, blah, 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 pour it in, put some cold in, and the way to test is to look away, put your finger in it, and if you can't feel it, it's ready. So pour your yeast in. I always do more than like bread machines and stuff tell you to, because I just prefer it yeasty. And a little bit of sugar, and then leave it for 15 minutes, and you'll get this beautiful frothy thing, which I'll show you a photo of. And now if you've got a bread machine, then obviously put it on the dough setting and then walk away. Or just knead it by hand for about 10 minutes and then let it rise for half an hour to an hour. And then I'll show you the next step. So to the yeast, you'll need to add bread flour. I do a mixture of bread and plain. Again, that's because of lockdown, because I haven't been able to get bread flour. But that's fine, it works, it's all good. And then some olive oil and a little bit of salt. That's it. My next tip is when you go shopping, basically get yourself one of these bread thing, and then when you go shopping, just pick up a pack of flour as just like a root thing, because I know that at the beginning of lockdown people were like panic bought loads and loads and loads of flour. That's not the way forward. Just do it sort of gradually. Just pick up a bag of flour, and then gradually you'll find that it grows. So basically I've had this tin going for pretty much since March. Yeah, here we go. Now if you've joined my channel from my old channel, you'll know that I don't measure anything, but I would say probably about that much of the water and yeast, I feel like mug wise, and then about that much, probably about 3 or 4 of those. I basically just cover the liquid until I can't see it anymore and can't sort of feel it, it does that like undulating thing. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so the dough's now done, so what we're going to do is we're going to oil a tin that's just got some greaseproof paper on it, and then we're going to flop out the dough. It's quite a sticky dough. Here it comes. Oh, and a tip, which I've forgotten to do, is if you oil your fingers when getting the dough out, they won't stick. Which is one tip. There we go. Forgotten, so. And you probably hear that I've got my oven on. You need to put this in an oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. So the good thing is, while this is having its second rise, the oven will be heating up. Right, I'm just going to oil my fingers because otherwise it's going to be a disaster. And then we're just going to squish the dough down until it goes all the way along the tray. And you'll find that it kind of retracts back, but that's okay. We're just going to keep doing it and sort of encourage it lovingly. And again, obviously this is pokey, so this is something that you can do with your children. And it's good to get children used to stickiness, isn't it? So, all good. There we go, that's going nicely now. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this under a damp tea towel for about 20 minutes. And then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so this is now ready for the pokey part. So basically we're going to drizzle some olive oil over it. Remember, we've got our oven nice and hot ready. And we can take our fingers and just poke holes. Oh, it's so sensory. It's squidgy as heck. Lovely. Pokey, 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 pokey. And then it's really nice to add, if you've got like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, to sprinkle those on top, because when they roast, they are delicious. So we're just going to put some, and it's quite fun to sprinkle them on and then poke them in. And the trick is that you're not taking the air out of it, so you're not sort of going like that, but you're going pokey pokey fingers, and you can kind of go like that as well. And do a little bit more olive oil, which is this. What makes it so nice is essentially the top of the bread. It's actually fried. It's so good. And then some salt on top, and then that's going to go into the oven for 20 minutes.